The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.
The All Seeing Guys. The All Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe. The All Seeing Guys. The All Seeing Guys. Greg and Joe.
Hello, welcome to episode 146 of the All Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. I, of course, am Greg, and joined by always over the Skype waves, Mr.
Joe.
What's your name? Joe, Mr. Joe.
Sorry,
That's what
I
they
wasn't
call
paying
him,
attention.
Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe Jackson.
Mr. Joe Jackson. The very same.
Sounds like a credible source.
Only-
How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. That's credible source.
Have anyone made a sauce and called it credible?
No,
It's
but
a good name.
I was just about to say that joke as well. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
We're so in sync. It's such a good name though, isn't it? Credible source.
It must exist. It must exist.
I think
Like,
we should.
it has
If not, we should absolutely invent that.
Yeah, we'll pattern that quickly,
pattern
and we'll
that.
just mix.
You-
We'll just mix like Frank's with barbecue sauce and just be like credible sauce. Funnily enough, I saw someone shared a meme or something on Facebook recently, and it said, "Has anyone ever lived long enough to buy a second bottle of Worcestershire sauce?"
That's a good question.
And I was like, "Well, I have, because during lockdown that became one of my new
A bit
little
of,
things. is
Worcester
I
sauce and
put it-
cheese.
Mate, putting it in barbecue sauce
Oh,
and mixing it makes it taste just like McDonald's barbecue sauce.
interesting. Maybe that's their secret.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I put it on pizza when I cook it. I put it in my spaghetti hoops. I put it on loads of stuff now.
I have been pretty much just putting like Cholula hot sauce on every fucking
Nice.
meal
Oh,
now.
I haven't had Cholula in ages.
Oh mate,
Fuck,
I
yeah.
went to the big Tesco's in Sunbury the other day. I've got into making smoothies.
Oh, fucking hell.
This is great. I've been
Jesus.
making smoothies, so I went to big Tesco.
Never had you down as a smoothie guy. Are you drinking a smoothie now?
I'm not. No, don't be ridiculous. This is a
Well,
Friday
it is
night,
smooth.
Greg. It is. Yeah. I've just what I've done is I've put Jack Daniels and Coke into the NutriBullet.
Oh, you got a NutriBullet.
Yeah,
NutriBullet.
my mum's got one. My mum's got one, so I've been smashing. I didn't buy it, like. But I went to big Tesco's and I was just having a bit of a wander around. And I saw Cholula. I was like, "Fuck yes!" I haven't had that in ages.
No, nor have I. Fuck, I
Yeah.
need to get some of that.
It is good.
So tell me, what's one of your favourite smoothies?
This is all because of the Moulin Rouge Cafe in fucking Kingston. I went in to get lunch, and I've got quite friendly with the.
I've got quite a friend.
Yeah, I've got quite friendly with the guys in there now because obviously like because of being still at work and stuff. And like this was before the lockdown when they were still able to have like people come in. Now they're only doing deliveries and that. But I was chatting to the guy there, and he was doing like a fucking Uber Eats fucking order for someone, and it was a
Yeah.
smoothie, and he made it, and there was too much, so he just gave me the rest, and I was like, fucking brilliant, sweet, and I had it, and it was fucking great. It was really really nice, and I'm not usually a fan because I always find like, when I've had smoothies in the past, there's like that
Bit
earthy
sweet.
taste of like you sometimes get with fruit.
Right,
Bit
yeah,
like-
okay.
Yeah, it was a bit too much nature in the smoothies for me to enjoy it. So, but this was really nice. It was mango and pineapple and apple juice.
Nice. I always think mango. Whenever I think smoothie, I always
Yeah.
think mango.
But mango, pineapple, and then he put like apple juice in it to kind of sort of make it less thick. And it was.
So have you been going out and just buying in the fruits and just
Yeah, that's it. And just,
sticking them in a blender?
yeah.
Still a
fucking great.
surrender.
Delicious. I'm gonna do it tomorrow on my day off.
Oh, fucking A. I remember when I worked at Tommy Hilfiger, the manager there at the time, after Christmas, she was really like, oh, what's my boyfriend going to get me? And after Boxing Day, whatever, she was in a foul mood. And I was like,
What did he get,
What's
a
the matter?
heartbreak?"
What's the matter? She's like, oh, he got me a fucking NutriBullet. Like,
That's a great gift.
what's he saying? I need to lose weight? Blah, blah, blah. Like, really was upset by it.
Jesus
like, really, I
Christ.
think she was expecting jewelry or something. But he called her a fucking NutriBullet.
What a mug. Lower your
Right fucking
expectations,
off.
darling.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think she did. I actually think they broke up shortly afterwards.
Funny that.
I could be wrong. I think that's what happened.
I bet she kept the NutriBullet though, didn't she?
No, I'm sure she actually used it loads, and then eventually she was like, "Oh, actually, it's really good."
Yeah, maybe I should get back with him or apologise, maybe, for being such a bitch.
Maybe I'll get him one.
Maybe I'll
we
get
can
one
NutriBullet together
with an apology note attached to it. Sorry, I now realise that this was a great investment. Please take.
You just wanted what was best for me. I know. I feel that now. How's it all been going otherwise?
Yeah, man, it's all good. So this week I put out the start of my little secret project that I've been doing, which is illustrating the radio plays. I put out the first I think it's like 6 pages, which is just like the intro scene.
Yeah.
I have now done a cover for it, which I'll send to you after we do this.
Fucking
and also like the Jack's intro sort of.
Oh, you've started doing that?
Well, no. What I did was I just I've done it just the like the.
Oh right.
I've literally done just the words of what he says and like in a box, and then just adapted it because then it then cuts into us in the commissioner's office.
Yeah.
Which I'm
nice.
now currently drawing.
Excellent.
The commissioner's been really hard to draw because I was like I always like. When we came up with Eggs Benedict, I had an idea of like what he would look like in my head. And like I drew the commissioner previously and just tried to make
blonde. He had blonde hair, didn't he?
He had blonde hair. Like I've kept that, and I've kept the blonde hair and that. And but I think it was just because of like Ben's voice is really camp. I've just like, okay, well let's just make this guy look really like skinny and camp and stuff. Like, and I was just like, well, hang on, he's got a daughter, so like, what the fuck's like? Is this guy gay with a daughter? Like, what's happening here? Like, what is this?
Gays can have daughters.
This is true. She could be adopted. We haven't really gone into the backstory of the commissioner. Maybe we'll do that on the next one.
No.
But
no.
Yeah. So but I struggled a little bit just trying to sort of think like I need him to look like completely different. Like if he looks anything like me and Greg, this is going to be ridiculous. Like.
Yeah.
But I've done So I've done that.
Fucking A.
And yeah, just it's coming along nicely. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks amazing. You get some good feedback on it as well.
Yeah. It was, even Ant telling me to charge, release it and make some money.
Well, I was chatting to Johnny yesterday, and we were talking about we're working on having like a little droid, because obviously Red 5 Designs Limited, we're going to do the droid RD5L.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
so we're going to do our own Star Wars droid, and we were talking about that. And I was like, we can use him as a bit of a character, like use him on some of that merch, and we can just do some illustrations of him. Kind of make him a bit of a mascot. And then we were chatting about it, and I was like, I want to give him a bit of a backstory. And Johnny was like, yeah, we can get Joe to draw the comic. I was just like, yeah, of course. Maybe I'll do a really short, like 2-page, like minimal panels, and probably not even any words, just him.
Yeah.
And write that up and get that over to you at some point.
Yeah, man. No worries. I've got a lot.
Just still do it in your style. I think it'll work well.
I've got some other work that's coming my way as well, but
I'll try and squeeze you in.
I did actually like a guy.
Okay, man, you had a fucking tablet 5 minutes.
I know, mate. It's so.
I've got other work coming in.
It's so insane. So when I got it, which was sort of like the start of January.
Yeah.
And I'd done some like wrappers that I'd previously drawn, and I wanted to do them again, but
not sweet wrappers.
Yeah. I did like Action Bronson. I did Kendrick Lamar. I did a load of MF Doom ones because he passed away.
Yes.
Fucking still just fucking sucks. But I posted them and stuff, and then this guy from school got in touch with me. He just sort of said like, look, I know you did like artwork previously, and I saw that you'd sort of you're doing it all digital now, and I wonder if you'd be interested in taking on some work. So I did. This is Ricky that I went to school with, and basically him and his partner have a sort of a venture where they wanted me to design a cartoon snail.
Yeah,
and he gave me like loads of references and like backstory to it and stuff like that, and I ended up doing this thing, and he's ended up really, really liking it. And I've already.
It's great.
I've already.
When you sent it to me, when you sent it to me, I didn't think that was the one you had done.
I
thought you had only just been asked, and that was you showing me the example he sent you.
Yeah.
I didn't realise, and I had to ask you later on in the conversation. Wait a minute, did you draw this?
Yeah, I didn't really actually at any point mention to you. It was like, oh, by the way, I drew this. I just sent it to you.
Yeah, no, you just sent it. Yeah, you've been asked and then sent the picture. So I thought that was just an example you'd been given.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was actually quite blown away when you were like, no, that's it. I was like, oh fucking A.
Yeah, he was. He was well knocked away by it. He loved it, and it was really good. It was a nice challenge.
Yeah.
It was a really nice challenge.
Fucking good.
Cheers, Ricky, if you're listening.
Yeah. Cheers, Ricky, if you are listening.
Speak to
Keeping
you
him
later
busy.
in the year.
Keeping him busy.
That's
keeping
it,
him
man.
busy.
But yeah, it's good. Still loving
We
it.
had a bit of snow, didn't we?
Oh, yes, we did, mate. Yes,
So I suppose
we did.
today's the 29th. This episode will come out a couple of days after my birthday, so I think on the 9th of February.
Yeah.
So technically my birthday episode.
Hey, happy birthday to you.
Lockdown birthday. Lockdown birthday.
It's all right. It's only your first one. It's going to be my second.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, last week on the weekend just gone on, was it Sunday or Saturday? It started
Sunday.
snowing a bit.
Yeah,
Sunday
it was
morning.
Sunday. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
at work that day.
Started snowing a little bit, and I was like, I won't settle, and it didn't at first. Then it just got quite heavy. Then it was filling up the garden pretty quick.
So we
And
yeah,
it was Indiana's first snow as well, so she fucking
yeah,
loved
that's fucking
it.
great, man. That's awesome.
Loved
I'm so
it.
glad she got to experience that. Like at still a young age.
And it was good snow to
well
experience
good.
as well.
It was well fucking good.
She was out there and it was still coming down. It was still soft on the ground, and
Yeah.
we managed to build a snowman, and it was awesome. Like,
Yeah, I was at work that day, and we'd not long been open. We opened at 10, and I think at about
Yeah.
10:30 it started snowing, and it didn't really let up until about 1. So it was a good solid 3 hours.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're in Kingston and that. Everyone just sort of had no interest in fucking shops and everything. Everyone just went for the snow. So
Yeah.
me and the guy that I work with were like out the front, and we were like, we like swept. Like I did like the clerks, like I assure you we're open, but I did it in the snow. Like I just wrote in giant letters like we are open, like on the driveway, and we ended up like we made like a massive snowman. Like we were just rolling balls of snow.
Yeah,
up
the
in the car
picture
park.
was awesome.
Yeah, man, it was cool. And like we sent it to like the group chat, and even my boss
Had
was
its
just,
mask on.
Yeah, it had a mask on. That was a great effort. And the best bit, man, like so we gave it arms and stuff, and the arms were like in the air, and we was like we've got to have him like holding something. So the guy I work with, Ethan, he went and got a spirit level, and he put it on like. He managed to like balance it on the hands of the snowman. Whilst he's doing that, 2 guys across the street, literally like perfect timing, just shouted, "It's not level!" I'm like, "We know it's not level."
It's good. It's
Oh
good.
mate, it was quality. But yeah, no, like because like we showed our boss, and he was well down with it. He thought it was great, and he put like the photos on Facebook and shit. Like
Yeah.
and but also like. As we were doing it, loads of people were like stopping and like having a chat and like oh, this is great. Look, like the kids were like, oh brilliant. Like and throughout the day I counted easily 30 people stopping and just like taking photos. I was just like, I think I've just created free advertisement.
Oh, what? Oh, off the snowman?
Yeah. But obviously,
cool.
It was right out the front, so like
Yeah.
the shop was in the background, so it was just like free advertisement.
Nice. Ours was probably about as tall as Indiana, but yeah, it was good. It did all right. It had a cat on its shoulder.
That's fucking brilliant, mate.
You know, the old plant pot hat, scarf.
Gave it. Was that a carrot for a nose? Was it?
It wasn't a carrot. I can't remember what it was. Oh, Indiana's got loads of these little stones that like Mum's painted for her.
Oh, yeah,
Some have
yeah.
numbers and the alphabet. We used those and made like ladybird buttons. Like, it was a striking snowman. Obviously, in that morning there was like a family Zoom call, like Lizzie's family, and I was meant to be on it, but I was like, well, nah, it's snowing, so I used that time where Indiana was distracted to go out with my Star Wars figure photos in the snow.
Oh, Greg's working. So
Just like, I've got to get the Hoff figures ready. Anyone in snow? Come on, let's go.
end at any minute.
It could end any second, and it was a what to right treat.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then the next day it was all that horrible ice where it was just so
nice was
dangerous.
So bad.
So dangerous. I took Indiana to Lizzie's nan's, and on the way back, Lizzie's mum. So Monday morning, and on the way back, I fucking slipped right at the fucking crossing of the road.
Oh, mate.
And there had been no one around the whole time, and there's one point where I slipped, and one leg like dragged behind me and the other one went forward. It did hurt. But I did it at the exact moment. There was like 3 cars waiting to drive around the corner, just queued up next to me full of people, and I just didn't even look at them.
Yeah, man. You can't.
I didn't even like stop texting. I don't think. I think I just like laid out. It felt like it happened in slow motion.
You know, you have those moments where like you can just sort of you're on your like you just have that where you think about something you've done in the past and it's really cringeworthy and embarrassing.
Yeah.
You just go like,
I do that all the time.
Like I feel like the way to avoid those is to just, as you've just done, is just like don't make eye contact with any other people.
No, I don't.
Because that's what the embarrassment is.
Yeah.
But like if you technically didn't look at anyone, did anyone see you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's the whole ostrich. It's like the whole ostrich theory, isn't it? When you bury your head in the sand, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't see it, it's not there.
Or you know,
even though it obviously was there, but I don't know what their faces look like, so I can't picture them knowing.
Or the classic.
So it's okay.
Like, if a tree falls in the woods, does anyone hear it?
Yeah. There's a bear shit in the woods.
Yeah.
Fucking classic. But yeah, it was awesome. Awesome having go on.
I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was like
a tick. I love the way you say it. You say it like it's this really crazy foreign rare. It's like a bucket. It's a rare bird.
I say it like Bryn in Gavin and Stacey. It was just like, this is a TikTok. Just too much emphasis on the TK.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a lot of emphasis. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a video like with a play on. If a tree falls in the woods, and like it's a guy just pretending to be a tree and he falls over and makes no noise, and then it cuts and it's him but like as a hunter, and he just sort of sees the tree, and then he goes back to him being the tree, and he's just like, oh shit, I've fallen. Like, it was really good. It was clever.
Brilliant, very well fucking done.
Yeah.
It was a good day of snow. A lot of ice afterwards, but it was a good day of snow. Our snowman lasted a couple of days.
Yeah, I had to. I guaranteed everyone at work that the snowman we made would be dismantled by the time we got to work the next day, and Kingston did not disappoint. The head was clean off.
Nice, I bet.
Yeah.
It's not gonna last the night.
That's it. I did see also like there was like like those
when
ring
the Warriors come
doorbells
out
and shit. You know those
doorbells.
The ring doorbells with like the camera?
Yeah. My neighbour's got one.
Yeah, I saw someone's footage of that, and it was like 2 people walking past their house, and then a guy goes into their garden and steals their snowman. Oh, like, damn. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, someone at my neighbour's got one. I think it's weird because I was like, ding dong. So I had a package I had to go pick up from there. And I thought I could hear them, so I waited. And then I heard a voice through the doorbell go, oh, hello, sorry, I'm just now walking the dog. Come back and get it in about an hour. I was like, okay.
What is happening?
What is going on? This is craziness. But you know what? You live and bear with technology and talking through cameras now.
There you go.
That's the world we live in. We're doing it right fucking now.
I haven't even got the one on my laptop taped over. Living dangerously, mate.
Well, not right now, because I wouldn't see you if you did.
No. But like, even when I'm not using it, I haven't got.
Wow, gee, see, I've got the actual cover now. You stick on the slide over.
I'm trying to freak out the FBI agent watching me.
Yeah, I've got one on my laptop and the computer upstairs now.
That guy has watched me ejaculate far too many times.
Oh man, you're going to check your spam box on your emails.
Yeah,
there's going to be loads of. I have footage of you masturbating.
There's this like
give me 500 cryptocurrency, or I'll send it to everyone in your contacts.
It's either that or just like the guy, the CIA agent, is just there. It's like, oh, I hate my job. Why did I get this guy?
Why have I got the J part of the alphabet? They're all mental. Interestingly enough, speaking about, I suppose, the podcast and fucking being on camera and just fucking putting yourself out there is the point I was trying to make there.
Yeah.
It's talking about putting yourself out there.
Are you trying to do a segue? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. And in my head, I was like, I'm going to say putting yourself out there. Then I went to talk and forgot what I was going to say. Just like going, speaking of, interestingly enough, moving on, and just started listing various segues till one landed.
You got there though. It's
segue roulette in my head.
It was a bit of a skimmer, but you got there. It's all right.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit of a rough landing. I would have edited it if we'd have this conversation afterwards, but I think I'll leave it now.
Perfect.
It'll be a good payoff. Putting yourselves out there. I was recently thinking, I had a sentimental feelings towards the podcast of late.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just reflecting on life over the last year, but I kind of started being really. I was like, I'm really glad we've done the podcast because all this time, because it's capturing this moment as well. It's, you know, if we listen back to it, you know, beginning to end in not one go, but like over the course of a short time, we would literally just catch up on like 6 years of our lives and just the world as well, not even our lives, like everything that happened that we talked about.
Are you breaking up with me?
No, it's like a time capsule. Like,
no, you're absolutely right. It's like it's a moment in history.
yeah, exactly.
No,
But
I'm
what
not
I suppose-
saying. I'm not going to say they're going to teach this in fucking school like GCSEs, but like for us, it's like just a moment in our time, like it's like or in our lives.
So it popped up recently. It'd been 5 years since we put the Fighting Cocks episode out as well, which was
Yeah.
like episode 19 for us, 20, episode
it was
20,
18.
episode
No, it
20.
was 18, I think.
No, because 19 was one with Jay and Tony, and we. Oh no, maybe you're right. No, I can't remember. That was 20 actually with Jay and Tony. I don't know. Maybe it was episode 19.
I was I'm trying to think because I was looking at the I was.
I
looking
think you're
at
right. It
the
might be
artwork.
18. We were looking at anyway. Basically, that episode, which is like 5 years old, came up on our Facebook memory, so I reshared it, and it was a real like wow, kind of listening back to 5 years ago of us being in that pub when life was a bit more normal and just the old crew, the old friends.
It was it was just the whole kind of sort of it was literally like early. It was like 3 in the afternoon. Like
yeah, some of it was
It was great, and it was like there was literally it was one of those sort of days where it was just like we both had a day off, which was a rarity. I think we'd probably been at my flat where I lived with Kaz previously, and then we just went and we decided to go to the pub. And
So we just took the Zoom. We just took the Zoom mic, which Joe's recording with now.
Yeah.
We just took that down to the Fighting Cocks and chatted to the staff at the bar. And we headed there in the evening.
yeah.
and
it
I
was,
suppose
it was Ellie and George.
yeah, Callum, Jack, and it was a bit bittersweet because our friend Tyrone, who since recording that has passed away, was there, and I almost forgot he was in it.
Yeah.
And then I popped up and I started listening to it in the morning, and I was like, "Holy fuck, Tyrone's in this! I can hear it. He's
Yeah,
talking
man.
to us." So that, and then sharing that on Facebook and just saying, 6 years since this podcast, or whatever, 5 years since the Fighting Cocks episode, and even Tyrone pops up. And it's the first time I'd mentioned him really on social media since he died a year ago.
Yeah.
And it was quite nice. A lot of people obviously started listening to him talk. Everyone in the comments like, "Oh, it was really nice to hear his voice again." Like, it actually became quite a nice little moment.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I was because I remember getting home from work after that, and I listened to the whole episode, and it was just like, yeah, it's strange, man. It was like hearing his voice it really just sort of like stopped me for a second.
Yeah, it is. It does.
And
Yeah, it really takes you.
made me just have a think about him. Like it was nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It's nice and it's sad, and it's also nice, like that good that it's there. Like he's on that episode talking. Like we have that. Like if anyone's like, "Oh, Tyrone," they can go hear him. Like
Yeah, man.
I know you
Not
can
a lot of
probably go on
people-
Facebook and watch videos, but this is not. It's just him just being him.
Yeah,
Like-
not a lot of people can say they've got like anything like that they can hold on to.
Yeah. So it
Like
was.
you got like it's not the like your memory of like what their voice sounds like is
Yeah.
not the same to actually hearing it. Like
And I suppose that's the moment really that kind of just triggered this whole thing in my head of just like, oh, it's been really good we have this, like this,
Yeah.
And I've said it before, if Indiana grew up and she wanted to listen to, Dad and Uncle Joe, she literally could listen to us over years before she was
I
born.
wouldn't recommend it.
Before she was born, literally just after she was born, like talking
Talking
about
about
her
her
being
birth.
born, like there's so much
Yeah.
to take in, like it's
Yeah,
insane.
absolutely.
Like there's so much you could learn about, like your parents' life just from them having a podcast for like fucking 6 years or something.
That's
you know?
it. But
Crazy.
also like things like I felt quite it was like hearing Ellie on it as well.
Yeah.
And it's like that
Ellie's
first
still
time-
alive. Everyone, she just moved back to Australia.
Yeah, she's not dead. Yeah, sorry, she's just gone to Australia again.
Yeah.
She went home, and it's nice, man, because like it is. I haven't really sort of spoken that much to her since, but it was just nice to relive that kind of what an afternoon would have was just down there, and it was cool, man.
Yeah,
And Ellie's like fucking funny as fuck in it. Like,
Yeah,
the
she's
entire
great in
time
it.
as well.
Yeah.
I love that I've completely forgot about the Cards Against Humanity game that we played. As well.
I forgot we played Cards Against Humanity.
We didn't actually play Cards Against Humanity, but we all picked like a card each, and we had to say it as in a sentence while we were having a conversation.
And we had to try and figure out what if that was your phrase, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You couldn't say, "Oh, I've said it now." We used to wait for someone to be like, "That's your phrase."
Yeah, yeah.
See, she came prepared. She brought games to the podcast. She was ready.
Yeah,
she came ready to go. She was prepared as fuck.
It also then made me listen to the porn episode that she was on as well, which
Such
is
a good
just
episode.
Fucking fantastic.
Such a good episode.
So fucking fun.
So, yeah, it's just great that we just kept a record of all this time. And also keeps a record of things we might not want to face, like another mouse update.
See, that was a great segue.
Yeah, because I wrote it down.
That was a really good one. Right, top marks for that one, Greg.
Because I wrote it down. I still delivered it pretty badly. So it's been a fair while since probably not you guys, but like in terms of when I've experienced the mice in the house, obviously just before Christmas, we caught like 4 over 3 days, and then we didn't see them again for like, as we were hoping forever. So it got to the point it'd been well over a month, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to stop putting the trap out. Like, let's put the trap away. Like, it's just annoying. Indiana doesn't like it. We haven't seen anything for a month. So he put the trap away, and I think it was that night or the next night. I mean, she sat on the sofa. Lizzie went to bed, and I was like, right, I'm going to play the PlayStation. And it literally just caught my eye. This fucking mouse just ran across my carpet and stopped in front of the TV. And it was looking like it was going to go under the TV. And I was like, fuck. And it obviously heard me. And it was like, oh, and it kind of turned at me, scattered around for a bit, and then shot onto the sofa. And I was like, fucking hell. But unlike previous times where, I've told these stories about mouse updates and me and Lizzie were sat on the sofa going, oh, can you get down? I'm not getting down. And I've got a lightsaber in my hand. This time I was a bit more braver about the situation. I was just like... I was a bit more braver about the situation, so a bit more adult. I sat there probably for about a minute and was like, I know what you need to do, Greg, just do it. And I just got up, went in the kitchen, got the trap out, set it all up, put it down, turned the lights off, went upstairs, got ready for bed, got into bed, lied there for literally 5 minutes, then I heard downstairs and was like, there we go. Got back up, got dressed, went downstairs. Mate, before I even got... It's 1 o'clock in the morning now, by the way. I'm coming downstairs, it's 1 in the morning to get the trap. And this time I can really hear it, hear it scratch. Not as loud as probably just punching a mic was, but I was trying to just scratch the pop filter here. I could hear it go nuts in there. I turned the light on and it was right at it's a humane trap, so it's like a long tube and the door just flips down, and it had its fingers in the gap of the door at the top, and it was really going for it. And I was like, "Oh my god, this one's this one's pissed off.
This one's scared, dude."
And I got the bag out, and it was proper going for it. And I was like, "Oh my god!" And I picked it up. I could feel the weight of it, tipping it one way. It was put it in the bag.
You should have shaken it, mate.
Fuck that.
You should have just been like, "Fuck off."
Well, we got out, and I picked it up, and I was like, "Right, here we go." Went out, walked up towards the woods. And I could hear it in there, man. It was really fucking proper going.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, it was getting a bit too rowdy. I was like, I'm not going all the way down. So I got to this alleyway bit round the corner, and I just put the bag down. And I was like, if anyone looks out the window, it look like I'm doing something really fucking sketchy. And I got the trap out, and I was like, God, he's right at the door, man. Fuck, he's right at the door. So I kind of moved it a bit, so maybe it moved away. It was gripping on. So I held it as far away as I could. And bear in mind, I'm crouched down, not on my knees, but I'm crouched down. So it's close to the floor. Pull the thing back, and I on top, lift the door up from the top. And it shot out, and it kind of jumped and almost landed almost it was facing me. So it landed kind of facing me, maybe about, I don't know, a metre away, maybe less. And I said before, I saw one jump out, and I was really shocked at how high they jumped.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This one just jumped, not at me, just jumped straight up in the air. And it literally shot up to my eye level, and it was just it shot
Holy
up. And
shit,
it's like it did it to look me in the eyes. It jumped up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And it kind of went up past my eyes, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And
it went all Matrix on you,
And then it literally landed almost where it jumped off from, turned, and then just jumped in another direction away from me,
yeah.
like, and then was gone. And I was like, anyway, we've had the trap out since then. That was probably about a week ago now, and we haven't seen or heard anything. Like the trap's still out. I've started putting it in the living room sometimes, like moving it around, being a bit more adventurous.
Yeah, that's it. You got to
But
try
so far, clear again. Who knows? Could have been it fucking piss of rain that day. It really rained. My neighbour's digging up his whole fucking house. That brings up mice. So it could be that's kicked it back up. Maybe.
I think you would have seen one again since the snow. I feel like when it snowed, they would have taken some sort of shelter. And if it's not in the woods, then it would have been your house. So you probably would have seen one since then. So hopefully you're in the all clear.
I mean, I hope so. I hope we don't see since then. But yeah, so that's a more simpler mouse update there. Just the one. Hopefully just remains the one and fades away again until it happens again. Nice. Which hopefully it doesn't. So not nice.
I think if you do one more mouse update, you're gonna have to do a jingle.
That's yeah.
You're gonna have to do a jingle, mate.
It's time for mouse update.
Yeah, and then it just be like when it's episode 18, just like no mice.
I also had to mention, because we talked about it in the past, and we pretty much attempted an episode, but it was pretty tough. Ian Beale made his big exit on Eastenders.
It was hard, wasn't it?
He made his exit.
Really
it was bloody hard, but he made his exit.
Yeah, man.
It was weird.
Was it?
So Ian Beale, we all know when the boat crashed. He, I say we all know, we don't. But that boat crashed ages ago. There was a boat crash, fucking like ages ago.
Oh yeah, and, I remember hearing about that. And
Sharon's son was killed because Ian had like locked him in a room for like cyberbullying his son for being a Muslim, and so he like locked him in a room. And when the boat crashed, he did go down to save him, but he couldn't get him out. He dropped the keys. Anyway, he got him out, but it was too late, and they were washed off and. He died. Like Sharon's little boy died. She didn't know Ian had anything to do with it, and he's now married Sharon since then.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, okay.
So he got attacked. And no one knows who attacked him. Like quite badly, almost died attacked.
Wow.
And when he came around to the hospital, he like proposed to Sharon on like maybe his deathbed, and she was like, "Okay, I'll marry you," even though she's still really divorced from Phil yet. So she married him, and then Ian starts getting really, really sick, like really skinny, really unwell, like, and he's like really frail, like he's not right. His senses aren't right, and you're like, what's going on? And then you find out Sharon's been poisoning him the whole time.
That's fucked.
And then you find out that she does know he was involved in her son's death, and her and Phil were actually in cahoots the whole time, planning to off Ian. So she's been poisoning
Philly
him.
Style.
She's been poisoning him, and like Max Cotton's on, tries to warn Ian. He's like, nah. Then he starts seeing it. Sharon has a change of heart and is like, I'm not doing it. And Phil was like, you got to do it. Anyway, he eventually gives this whatever it is to Sharon's like, look, this will finish him off. So she makes Ian this big meal, and he's still a bit. Is she trying to poison me? And he comes in the room, and she's like, I hope you're hungry. Dinner's ready. Like, and he sits down and. Then it all comes out, and she's like, you killed him. And he's like, no. And he tells her what happened. And she's like, there's poison in that, blah, blah, blah. I was going to kill you. Like, and then he's like, I deserve to die. And he starts eating it. She's like, Ian, no. Ian, no, you don't deserve to die. What am I saying? No. And she tries to fight him. She smashes the food on the floor, and he's like picking up handfuls off the floor and shoving it in his mouth, crying, I deserve to die. Like, she picks him up, she drags him to the sink and makes him throw up. Then he's like, I still love you, Sharon.
That is great. Oh, by the way,
Ian, I just tried to kill you.
Yeah. I know. Like, it's kind of my thing.
It's kind of my thing. And she's like, look, I'll leave. He's like, no, don't you leave. Don't leave. Like, she goes out and she goes over to Phil. And she's like, Phil. He's like, is it done, Sharon? She's like, if you want to kill him yourself. He's over at the Vic. And Ian and fucking Phil just storms over there. Like, he's storming in. Storms in through the pub.
This is groundbreaking acting right now.
Isn't it? It's still in my moves.
You're playing like three characters.
I'm doing the movements.
I am
Storms into the pub. No one questions him. Straight in, up the stairs. Fucking. And he's like, Ian. And he's looking around and he checks all the rooms and Ian's not there. And then the best bit, I think, ever, happens, the camera like comes into Phil's face. So it's like literally just his face, and he goes,
Yeah. Oh, you got like a nice like Darth Vader sort of like.
And then at the end of the episode after that, you see a really, really frail Ian. He's got no jacket, no money on him, nothing. Just like cradling himself. He's walking with a bit of a limp because he's just literally looks like he's going to die in a second.
Because the poison's gone straight to his leg.
And he gets to like the train station, and he has a little last look round. And then with no Oyster card either, and there's a guard there, just walks in through the open gate. I don't know if he gets and then it finished. Then the episode finished. So that
he'll be back. He'll be back then.
Well, apparently it's open, but he's not at this point planning to come back, and he's definitely taking an extended. And he's definitely not planning on doing anything for a while. I don't think.
Yeah, man. He's been working for like 45 years straight.
I mean, yeah, he's come and gone, but he's
have a fucking holiday, man.
30 years, I think, isn't it? Like Eastenders. 1980. Oh no, the 35. Yeah, well, it started a year after me, 85. I think.
85 was it?
Was it? I could be wrong.
Did I just say the correct amount of date, like years?
I don't think he said 45.
Oh yeah, no, it's 35,
that's why.
Numbers. They're not my thing.
Fucking numbers. So that was Ian Beales' grand exit.
Mm-hmm. Well,
hilarious.
All the best to him.
All the best to him.
He's probably gonna be going to I don't know, make gin or something, isn't he?
I know. Yeah. Bill Springs. Yeah.
That's good.
I know before when I was like, talked about Eastenders quite a lot in here, but I must say, when obviously it stopped during the first lockdown.
Yeah.
And then they had to like change all their plans, and then it came back, but they obviously it's shorter episodes, but it's like 4 days a week. Mm-hmm. It's not been as entertaining. Even Lizzie's like, it's so fucking shit.
Yeah. But I mean, again,
we keep watching it.
But everyone does, don't they?
Yeah.
Danny
Dyer's having a child abuse story that he was like abused by some woman, and she's come back like when he was 12. Like this whole weird stories going on.
Interesting.
Yeah. And Danny Dyer obviously put on a bit of timber during lockdown, but they keep putting him in the same clothes, and he just looks wrong. And just give the man some clothes, especially his old man jacket. Like it just looks ridiculous. Like
I'm waiting for the seams to break.
Yeah. Fucking old man jacket.
Old man jacket.
I need an old man jacket, please. Which we're going to be geezedropping.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're about halfway through the show.
We're kind of geezedropping when we hear snippets. I have a conversation without context and discuss them. Geezedropping. Having a listen. An interesting geezedropping selection. This episode.
We've had some stuff sent to us recently.
We have not. I haven't got any geezedrops. You haven't got any geezedrops. But luckily,
you continue. I am just going to check and make sure I haven't got any.
Luckily, you guys, the listeners, have fucking done a solid, and you have bought us some geezedrops.
What a touch!
So fucking awesome. Thank you very much, and all from different mediums as well. All from different places. We've had some on Facebook. We've had one emailed. We've had some on like Messenger. We've had some WhatsApp to us. Like all carrier fucking pigeon showed up with one. Like fucking awesome, guys. So, first one was sent to us by Phil Taylor.
Yes.
So he basically delivers food for a supermarket, and while he was dropping off groceries somewhere, he overheard a customer on the phone. This is what he heard. Oh, yes, it's a lovely sofa. I mean, I wouldn't have it in my house for obvious reasons. I wouldn't have it in my house for obvious reasons. It's bloody hideous.
That is exactly how I read that as well when he sent the message.
He wrote it in caps.
My house.
And he does say underneath, that sentence cancels itself out. And it does, because she says, the first thing she says is, oh, yes, it's a lovely sofa.
Yeah.
But then instantly, for obvious reasons, it's bloody hideous.
Yeah. I think the only thing that we can take away from this woman is that she's full of shit.
I want to see this fucking sofa.
I bet it's a lovely sofa.
I'm imagining like a patterned one. Don't know why.
Well, like a paisley sofa.
I don't know if people even buy those sofas anymore, but that's what I'm imagining.
I don't know. It's not. I don't think the patterned sofa is a popular choice these days. I think
a nice
could
be a dated one.
dark colours to hide this.
Yes, black, grey, cream, brown.
Yep.
A
dark grey, maybe.
Yes, dark grey. Yes, very fetching. Yeah. Yes, mine's dark grey actually.
Well, there you go. See, I mean,
There
what a
you go.
great example. It's a fantastic sofa
example.
you got there.
Thank you very much.
He's Phil's absolutely right. She has she's made a stupid comment there.
Yes, she has, and we're glad you were there to catch it, Phil.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I think in the future she should maybe keep her sofa-based opinions to herself, just to save herself the embarrassment of being overheard and, ridiculed.
Ridiculed. Our good man Sam here, Sam Eastwood, fucking from up north, has sent us.
Our roaming northern reporter.
Yeah, it doesn't send the voice messages as much, but he sent us a geese shot. I suppose he's not out, he's not at work, it's all lockdown, so it's harder to catch them and send them over.
It's a lot to ask from someone great.
But I very much appreciate you sending the one you found in. So this is awesome. So here we go. Walking past a group of 14, 15-year-old girls, and one says to the other, "I'm hating this snow. I've missed my weekend dick appointment."
Ugh.
Dick appointment. Sounds like something we would say on the radio play.
Yeah. Hey, mayonnaise. Time for your weekly dick appointment.
Take 2 of these, call me in the morning.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got to go. It's my dick appointment.
I've got my dick appointment. I'm going to start.
That's kind of how I would say if I had to go and have like a fucking...
If I was going to have my
vasectomy or something, like, got my dick appointment.
If I was going to have like my testicles or prostate tested for cancer, I'd be like, I'm going to I mean, that's the general area.
Dick appointment.
Dick appointment.
Dick appointment.
Got a dick appointment. If the next time I have to leave work because I've got to go to like the dentist or anything at all, that's it. Even then, I'm still just going like, I've got a dick appointment.
I like dick appointment. Sounds weird saying that.
It sounds. It sounds a little bit like disappointment, which is great as well. Like
it'd be a terrible chat up line as well. You could go up to someone at the girl in a bar and be like, "Oh, you're late. You're late for what? Your dick appointment."
She's just gonna dash a drink in your face completely, isn't she?
I mean, it could work for. It doesn't have to be late. You could be like, "Oh, you're right on time," or no, you're early. I think your early's better. I think your early's better.
Hey, you're early. For what?
You're early. Because you might react to that more. Because if you say you're late, you might be like, "Oh, this guy's." If you say, "Oh, you're early," this guy know
then
me.
She's just gonna be like, "Then fuck off then if I'm late."
Yeah, early's a bit nicer than the aggressive being accused of being late. So if it was a stranger, you'd be like, "Oh, you're early for what? Your dick appointment."
You gotta just walk up all casual and just be like, "Hey, I didn't expect to see you here so soon. You're early." Like what? What are you talking about? You're early.
I haven't even finished my 2 o'clock yet.
You have to repeat yourself until she says, "For what?"
I haven't finished my 2 o'clock yet. If you just take in the waiting room,
if you wouldn't mind,
the dictator will be with you shortly.
Take a seat, have a scan of the magazine selection in the corner.
The dictator is in.
The dictator.
I dropped in earlier. You were talking, so for the listeners, I know you heard me say it the first time, but that's right. I threw it back out there for Jackson. So I knew it would tickle him.
Yeah, that's tickled my throat. Oh, no.
I feel like dick appointment could be an episode title, but we've been doing a lot of genitalia recently.
Yeah, I've been really sneaking in like genitals into the, and I can't believe like they're still up on Instagram. So who cares?
We've done a taint for the taint gallery.
Yeah.
Then we've done 2021's been a bit of a full on one for genital drawings for the artwork for all seeing guys. We've had the taint gallery. I'm just
going to try and sneak genitals into the
and then me banging a kitchen roll, I think, with my bollock hanging out.
I think it was like a tin or something. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were holding up like a kitchen roll.
No,
and I was banging the hole in the middle of it.
No,
you were holding it for me.
It
looks like a kitchen roll.
I'm not assisting you. I'm trying to get it off your penis because it is stuck.
I thought you were holding it for me to bang.
Did you not see the expression?
That's what I thought.
I mean, that makes sense. My expression does suggest that I'm not enjoying the situation.
We're talking about the artwork for the last episode, which was titled "Banging Household Objects While Your Sex Doll Is in Repair," and I thought you were just holding up a kitchen roll for me.
I'm going to now need to hear the opinions of anyone listening to find out how they assumed that artwork is.
And I was taking your face as almost like, I don't want to do this. Like,
no, that is me struggling to remove the stuck appliance to your penis.
Oh, right. It looks like a kitchen roll. She's done the swirls in the bottom of it. Hasn't
yeah.
got a hole in it, granted.
It
It could just be, yeah, so...
Well, if there was a hole in it, you're going to have your penis end coming out the bottom.
Yeah,
Stop it.
penis joke. I love it. But yeah, maybe it feels like, in terms of what we talked about, the most Dig Appointment might be the obvious episode title.
That is,
but it could just be you looking at a watch and me at a big dicks to watch.
I'm going to draw you in a penis suit, but you're wearing a white jacket.
Yeah.
Sold.
Dick Appointment.
Done. I'm absolutely there. That's it.
Excellent. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
That was obviously fucking, what was it? Haunted, most haunted live. That was it with the guy.
Oh,
Thanks,
God,
Sam.
yeah.
His spirit guide, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His spirit guide. Thanks, Sam. We have another geese drop. This one is an audio clip from Ashley.
Hello, Ash. Lovely.
Hello, Ash.
Lovely. Thank you.
I've got to get this all right because it's only a short one, so I've got to make sure I hit play and hold it to the mic properly. Here we go.
In time.
Hey, Daddy, I was just stroking the dog before we made the snowman, and now he's got hairy snowballs. No content needed.
What did he say at the end?
No context needed.
No context needed.
No.
Nah.
He literally just dropped the geese drop and was off.
Done. That's it. In and out.
Dropped it and was off. Sorry, I'm
Still in a public place, probably. So
Job,
just like,
yeah.
I've had to do this on the sly.
I've got to fucking do this on the sly. Fucking fantastic.
I
Good
like
fucking
that.
job. I like that.
And snow-based as well. A snow-based geese drop. I'm down with
Yeah,
that.
snow-based geese drop, stroke the dog, made a snowman, hairy balls. It's
Brilliant.
there.
It's
It's great.
there.
It
All the
lands
elements.
well.
All the
It's
fucking elements.
Not much of a mystery to it. We kind of get what's happened there.
That's
I like
and
it.
you know what? Sometimes comedy doesn't have to be that difficult.
No, it's a story of the beginning and the end. We know what's happening.
lovely.
We know it's a kid. We know it's like building a snowman with his dad. We know they've got a dog. There we go. Loads of information.
Great quality content.
Loads of information from that one fucking line.
Lovely.
Fantastic. Speaking of balls, this morning, I sat up in bed with Indiana, and she accidentally, jumping around, she stepped on my balls. So she stepped on one to the point where it kind of pushed on the mattress and like popped out the side of her foot, and I was like, like it hurt so much.
God.
I was like curled up on the bed, just like, oh my god, and she was pissing herself, laughing.
Yeah, man.
And Lizzie's like, Indiana, no, Daddy's really hurt. And then she turned to Lizzie and was like, your turn, Mummy, like to do it to me.
And then Lizzie
like,
was
no,
just
I'm
like,
not doing it.
Well, all right then.
Okay, sorry, Greg, no.
Just penalty kicked you in the bollocks.
Yeah, it does the other one.
Yeah.
Right, we have one more geese drop.
Yeah.
This was emailed in. Emailed,
eh?
Fucking been a while since
hang on. When was the last time that we ever mentioned the email on this podcast?
I don't know.
That
I
was
forget.
a while back.
Yeah, I mean it's easy to find. Like it's literally our point of contact other than social media. If you went and looked at it,
I'm impressed you even checked the emails in all honesty.
Well, I use it for a lot of other random shit as well. Just
fair
like
enough.
If I'm like, I've got too many emails on that one, I use All Seeing Guys one.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's what I use to do like the Pick Monkey account and stuff. Like I use it for like, and for Libsyn, I use it for stuff that's relevant to the podcast. Strangely enough,
Well, that makes sense.
that does make sense.
Yeah, that does. That really does. Yeah.
So this was email received. It was from someone called Tree.
What? Tree?
Yeah, short for Teresa, I believe, but
Right.
doesn't like being called that.
Oh, like a nickname, like.
She specifically said, "Do not call me that." So I said, "I would just say Tree."
Is she on the run?
I don't know. So yes, this is from Tree, emailed. Thank you very much. And it says, "Hey, it's taken nearly a year, but I finally have a geese drop.
Oh,
although
awesome.
it's a bit gross. So, I was at the Starbucks drive-thru. There was a 4x4 in front. The woman in the car was talking on her phone through the car speakers, talking what I presume was her friend. We all know how fucking loud people... You heard someone on the phone in their car?
Oh, fuck
it's
yeah,
fucking loud. I swear once when we were recording at the old living room, like when we were recording Dice Files, I swear we had to stop once because somebody was talking on their fucking car phone outside.
Yeah, no,
it was
yeah, that
so
did happen.
fucking loud.
Do you know what? I just you saying that as well. I listened to it recently. I listened to I Can See Sounds, I Can Hear Colours.
Oh, dude.
And I remember
The
that when
baby.
we were recording the baby, and I heard it. I was like, I had it on my earphones, and I heard the baby, and I was like, Fuck yeah! There was like a baby screaming outside, and we were recording at the time.
So we had to stop. We had to stop recording. But then I was like, "Wait a minute!" And I held the mic out the window, and I recorded him crying. And then I put the weird effect on it and dropped it in the intro, didn't I?
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Sorry. Please continue. Sorry.
So a woman in at the drive-through Starbucks. She's on the phone to her friend, very loud, so Tree can hear everything being said in the car in front. So we have little index here of characters. I like this. Thank you so much. We have W1, which is woman 1. Woman 1 on the phone. Sorry, I've got that wrong. Woman 1 in the car. And woman 2 is on the phone.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Woman 1 car, woman 2 phone.
Perfect. Go.
Woman 1. So yeah, the doctor said yogurt would help. Woman 2. Bonus, Dave will have a snack while he's down there. Woman 1. That's not even finished yet.
Fucking great.
Woman 1. Oh, I wonder what his favourite flavour is. Woman 2. I think you're meant to eat it, love. Woman 1. How the fuck am I meant to get my head down there? Woman 2. Shit, girl. I think you need to speak to your doctor again for clarification. When I got to the window to collect my order, the barista looked at me and said, "Bad day to bring a yogurt for lunch."
Banter. That is brilliant. That's so good.
Oh man!
I hope
it was worth the wait, Tree.
If you are
worth the wait.
Tree, if you're listening, I hope you tweeted that entire thing as well, because
I'm sure Tree is listening.
Yeah, I really hope she tweeted that.
Thanks, Tree. Thanks for emailing as well. Thanks for sending that in.
Yeah, thank you.
I did reply. Really nice. You've been listening all this time, and that would make you laugh. So I really, really fucking appreciate hearing from you. Thank you very, very, very fucking much.
Yeah, that's
that
awesome.
Was Geezedropping. Thank
you
you guys. That was an awesome Geeze
drop.
drop.
That had some real American vibes to it. Was she from America?
It did a bit, didn't it? Yeah. No, I think because it was a Starbucks drive-through. No, I think English.
And that was the only thing. The drive-through. I've never heard of like a
Oh
Starbucks.
man, no, you see him when I was doing the COVID testing. You'd be driving like fucking up and down motorways to places. There was a load of like Starbucks and Costa drive-throughs and stuff.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
I don't drink coffee.
I need to put things on the flip here, Joe. I actually need to go for a wee, quite bad.
Yes, my time has come.
Do you need a wee?
No, this evening I will be reading the texts of
Excellent.
the Bible. So this is what this feels like, huh? Could almost say anything I wanted. This is the problem, see, because I'm not as quick thinking as Greg is, or funny. So really, I haven't got like a scenario or anything that I could really say. Greg's great though, isn't he? Oh, what a guy! He's really nice. I can't reiterate enough that he does for this podcast because I don't do anything. So that's lovely. Just gonna sit here in silence now. He'll probably edit it. Is this awkward yet? You awkward? Is the silence awkward? If you skipped ahead, you've probably skipped ahead until you've heard like a voice singing. As I said, I'm not as funny as Greg. This is just awkward now. Well, let's play. I'll play a song. We'll play "Trapped in the Closet" by R. Kelly because it's just funny.
Oh, hear that?
Sorry, I was.
I ran in because Lizzie wanted some water, so I ran in to get the bottle of water and then ran back out. And I was like, I can hear music in here.
Yeah, no, I was playing music because I was providing musical interlude. I realised I'm not as funny as you are in these situations. You're gonna really enjoy that 2 minutes of really awkward audio. I hope you whether you decide to edit it out or keep it, I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I don't think I played enough of "Trapped in the Closet" by R. Kelly for us to get copyrighted or sued. So
Sorry.
we could probably keep that in.
My wheeze are longer than yours, and I have to run upstairs.
Are you bladder shaming me?
It's a gift. It's not a gift. It's a curse. So, whew,
great.
damn.
He's got Geezedrops.
Get
Great
it out,
Geezedrops
son.
this year.
Jesus.
This year?
This
fuck off.
year,
You
God.
go back.
What
you know,
happened while I was gone?
You
What
go
happened
back.
when I went for that
fuck
week?
off. You go back to hosting.
What happened when I went for that week, man? I've come back here in absolute
it was
shambles.
so awkward. I talked about how great you were, and then like I just decided to go quiet, and then just sitting there looking at the screen just freaked me out. So I was like, all right, well I'll just play some music then.
It's not like when Ben Monopoly was on the show and I went for a wee and you two slagged me off for ages. That was so good.
You guys then, like, when I went for a wee, you pretty much did the same thing. So
Yeah.
all right.
It evened out nicely. The only
was
problem
really
was
funny.
that neither of us got to slag off Ben Monopoly, the handsome cunt.
No one gets to slag off Ben Monopoly.
Oh god, he's such a fucking great guy. It's so annoying. Just be a bit of a cunt, Greg. Like, just. I was like, mate, you're getting through that a little bit, aren't you?
Oh, that's why I can pour it down myself.
I'm referring, of course, to a bottle of Jim Beam that Greg is holding, and not something else sinister.
Yes, not sinister. Thank you to my cousin Paul for giving me this bottle of Jim Beam. It was very, very much appreciated, and I've enjoyed drinking it. And again, like I messaged you, as soon as I tasted it, just flashbacks to being drunk at the Fighting Cock.
Yeah. Do you remember like one of the? I think it was like one of the first times we had drinks with Jack in down the Cox when he started, and he just got us those fucking, what was the was it Jim Beam Red or something?
Oh, Stag Red.
Oh, Red Stag.
Red Stag.
He bought us.
There's
so
a reason
many
they always
shots
give
of
away
that.
free shots of that.
Yeah, it's fucking rank. Rank Stag is what they should call it.
Rank Stag. Go on, Jackson.
Rank Stag's a fucking great one.
So I did have a few things listed to kind of like touch on and stuff, but not massively important. Just aware that,
Considering the time.
considering the time, not that, but fucking.
I reckon.
And
I reckon we could smash out all this talk in a half hour and wrap this
No,
up.
no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have a bigger thing to discuss. That I think the point I was getting at wasn't the time. The point I was getting at was more what we should be discussing, what takes priority, and obviously you want to talk about the Gamestop thing,
Oh boy!
which at the moment is relevant, and so much more would have happened and changed since the 2 weeks before this podcast will come out. So this will be dated news by then. But
Yeah.
for us, and this moment, it's worth discussing.
Absolutely.
I didn't really know much about it. I saw things popping up. I saw a few memes. Didn't really know what was going on. It wasn't until you messaged me saying like, have I heard of it? And I was like, something, I don't get it. You were like, look, I've got an explanation to explain it to you, but I'll wait for the podcast. I was like, cool. Although last night I did end up watching
you'd seen a
a
video,
video on
right?
YouTube. I watched
Yeah.
like Angry Joe reviews, did like a news one about it.
Oh yeah.
And there's a guy on there who actually explained it really well. I mean, very complicated how he explained it, but I got, even though I didn't understand all of it, I got the gist of what was happening.
Sure.
And it was pretty mind-blowing. So it was a half-hour video. I watched 10 minutes and I stopped because, fuck it, I get the gist. But I still want to sit down and hear your explanation on this. And basically, I'm very interested. After hearing him explain it, I'm very interested to hear Joe explain it to me. And that is not a patronising dig at you, Joe.
No.
I'm just generally looking forward to hearing you explain this to me.
No, that's it. So basically, from what I gather, is there's this guy called Thanos, and just a little nod to my last explaining situation. So basically, during this week, there's been lots of news and lots of fucking memes. So like you again, I saw some memes. I saw something about GameStop. And like Wall Street, and I was just like.
And you say this week, this all happened on like, then there was stuff building up.
This is
the
literally
main story
happened,
broke
like,
on
in
the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you really started seeing it. Yeah, sorry, carry
Yeah.
on.
So, but this is it's probably from like the start of the week. This started happening. I saw some memes and shit. I mean, Reddit is where it all sort of originated.
Reddit, where it's
but
at.
But then I started to see like, it started to sort of cross over into other things. I started seeing articles and stuff, and I was like, okay, what's going on? Because I've seen this all week, and from what I can tell. Are you ready? I haven't got anything written down, so this is going to be a freestyle.
I thought somebody had given you an explanation.
Yeah, no, Becca Sermon, she put up a thing which was actually like a really, really good explanation of it. So basically, in Wall Street, you have companies which are like hedge funds. They're billion dollar investment companies.
Yes.
And it's been found out that they are basically playing they treat Wall Street like a casino. Basically, it's
Yeah.
very much. It seems more like gambling instead of like sort of investing is what it sort of seems. Now the explanation I have here is really, really good. This was just found. Unfortunately, I don't have any information as to where it comes from, but it's just a really, really good example.
Okay.
Okay. First, you need to so this is there's a lot of sort of lingo in regards to the sort of trade, but it's explained. So first, you need to understand what a short in trading is. A short is when you borrow stock from a broker and sell it immediately at its current price. Then you hope the stock price falls, so that you can then buy the stock back at a lower price and return the shares you borrowed to your broker, but keeping a difference. So,
Right,
for example, you buy something at £10.
Yep.
You then sell it on. You sell it at £10. You then buy, and then when you would then the stock drops. You then buy back to then return it to the person that you got it from, but you sell it at a lower price so that you keep a small profit. But
there you go.
In that example, it's £10, but they're doing it with millions and millions and millions.
And also not just once. They're not. It's not just like here's one stock. There's loads of people.
No.
It's happening. It's happening. It's
lots.
lots.
The whole thing is that they do it with low valued stock, which is where
Yes.
GameStop comes into it. GameStop is very much like is a computer game, sort of like retail.
It's kind of like it's like just a computer game shop
I
in
thought
America.
it was like CEX, but I don't think it is. I think it's more like
I think it looks a bit CEX-y though. Whenever I've seen it in TV shows and stuff, it looks a bit CEX-y.
Yeah.
Like computer exchange, games exchange, whatever it's called.
But I think it's more just like a game sort of place. You can just buy video games, buy consoles, and all that. You might be able to trade in. I mean, you can trade in fucking games.
What's I suppose important to mention here is that GameStop's the one that's the main one that's made all the news. But in general, what they're doing is it's not just game. That's the one. This is particular thing we're going to discuss has happened on. But they're doing this to all these companies that company's dying. That company's on their way out. So they do this.
There's one called AMC, which is like movie theaters in cinemas in America.
Yeah,
so
very
that's one of them.
AMC.
I think I read Nokia because there was. I mean, obviously
Nokia has been popping up.
3310 or whatever.
Yeah.
But the scenario is that GameStop was considered like a low value stock, and they could see that the stock was going to definitely lower. So because they had that information, that's why they bought an absolute fuckload of it at a certain amount, knowing that it would drop, and then they could buy it back at a cheaper amount and make a profit from it. Is the ins and outs of it.
That they have to give the profit out to as well. Doesn't it end up sticking GameStop with a big bill at the end or something? Like
basically,
it really fucks them even more.
Yeah, in that sense.
It accelerates the demise of the company, right?
Yeah. In fact, if they buy stocks at a lower amount, it would probably lower the stock even more. It wouldn't even help them.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's very, very possible that they would go out of business. I don't know too much about that in the sense of like how stock can affect an actual business that much, but who knows. So on Reddit is where this all sort of starts to culminate, because there is on Reddit there is a subreddit called Wall Street Bets, and it's all run by non-traders. They are not professional traders. They are the general public who have an interest in investments. Yeah, and it was put on there that a particular hedge fund had bought a large amount of stock into GameStop, and that they then, because of this, they then encouraged every sort of people in that subreddit to buy stocks in GameStop.
So they cottoned on to what they were doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they probably were already aware they were doing it, but they were we've got them. This is them doing it.
I think they very much figured out that they were buying it as a short stock, so they knowing that they were purchasing it to be able or like getting it from a broker to be able to give it back to them at a lower amount. They clocked onto that. So because of this, they got everyone together to buy stock so that the stock would raise.
Yeah.
And because of that, if the stock rises, it means obviously the stock increases in value, which means that the whole sort of short stock thing is based on a promise that they will definitely send it back to them. Yeah, it's like a borrowing sort of stock thing that they have to give back, whether it goes higher or lower. So because the stock rose, and it exponential fucking amount, they had to buy it back at a ridiculous amount higher, which is basically I think one of the values that I read was one of the investment companies was 5 billion down.
It's fucking billions.
Billions.
They're losing multiple people losing billions.
Like,
And not just
like-
one person. That one person is also responsible for lots of other people's money as well that they're losing because of how they've managed it. Like it's huge.
It's
like
this is
destroying
never
these big, huge fat cat companies.
like this has never ever happened in Wall Street.
No,
Never ever happened.
No.
And it's fucking amazing.
it's insane.
It's so amazing. I'm so fucking happy.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna make a film of this.
Although, like today, I read that already they've implemented that stocks can't be now bought or purchased of GameStop. to stop
So
it from
this
rising.
caused the whole thing because when it happened, obviously the guys that are losing the money were like, "You need to freeze these stocks, stop this." But obviously Wall Street's like, "Well, you can't do that because that's
Yeah.
manipulating Wall Street. That's
Exactly.
manipulating the stock market.
The
like
whole-
you can't
the whole-
do that.
The whole brilliance of it is that like there's
It was all legal. What they did
all
was legal.
Absolutely, every element of it
Yeah,
was fucking legal. But obviously, they like Wall Street because all they think is money, and there is elements of them that is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They didn't think, oh, hang on, the general public's going to figure this out. No.
Yeah,
Of
of course
course,
not.
like there are fucking
course they
smart
wouldn't think
people
that.
like that deal with
Yeah.
this fucking shit, that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you were going to get fucking found out.
Yeah.
And it's
And they were.
God, it's fucking glorious. The last thing I read as well was that GameStop currently has a value of 23 billion.
It's insane. Like
That is,
insane.
like, yeah,
Like it's
I don't know-
crazy.
I don't know, like, because again, there was a lot of talk of GameStop as well because of obviously how every sort of like gaming is kind of sort of like purchasing games has gone online, so they were sort of like trying to adapt to that and stuff like that. But yeah, this has done great for them, I think, as well. In a sense, I don't know why this sounds like a fucking stock market podcast now.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. I think you've done a fucking bang up job here, Joe.
Oh, thanks very much. I made sure I only had 2 drinks before I mentioned it.
I know I jumped in as well, but only because I was like, I know what he's talking about.
Greg, I always need that little paperclip on words just to pop up every now and then. But yeah, I think it's fucking fascinating. I've never really had any kind of interest in investments, but what I have had interested in is seeing the rich get fucked over.
And I saw a meme today that was just like, what's happening with GameStop and Wall Street. Like, this is very, very real. You need to stop and think about this because this is actually affecting a lot of people who are at high risk of losing their second boat right now.
Yeah. My favourite one was it said GameStop when they join a Fortune 500 meeting with Tesla and Amazon, and it was just Big Bird sat in a random meeting, and I was just like, that's fucking awesome.
But it is because obviously there's the whole hoo-ha about freezing the stock, not being able to buy the stock now. Like it was because loads of people started jumping on it.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Anyone I mean, Reddit is incredibly popular for this sort of
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like it's like they could create a flash mob instantly just by
So
saying,
there's a
go
huge.
here.
So now there's a big uproar at all these freezes and holds and stuff being put on because everyone that did freeze. So basically, there was a lot of apps that you could buy the stock from.
Yeah,
and a lot of these.
one of them is literally called Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. Yeah.
Fucking sick, dude.
And but they've all frozen it, and they've said the reason isn't what's happening. We've frozen the stock to buy this, not because of GameStop, because we're running certain updates and stuff. Like there's all weird reasons why, which is why there's a lot of uproar because everyone's like, well, you're telling us the free market isn't free.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's only free to the rich.
It never was. Like this is what it's been the whole time. Like that is. Like that's the real kicker at the end of it. People are like we already suspected this. Now we know. Fuck you. It's just
mental. I mean, it clarifies the whole kind of sort of the 1% fucking thing that is just there is this fucking elite people that are just they are supposed to have the money and we are not.
Yeah.
They're fucking. What are they like? Are they terrified of what we'll do with like $1 billion?
I remember
pounds?
a guy in a business meeting once at my previous job did the whole 1% thing to me. He got the paper and pen out and showed me how the mathematics worked, and I was like, I've heard of the 1% before, mate. But he did the whole thing. And I was like, look, 1%, and I'm just like, okay,
that's great, man.
What? Great. So I don't know. Are we doing this job for you or not? Like, fucking. Thanks for scribbling that bit of paper for me. That was a hell of an interesting meeting.
It's bullshit,
anyway,
man.
Yeah, it was bizarre. But this whole thing, I tell you what, it's made me want to watch The Big Short. Have you ever seen that film?
No, I haven't. No.
So I remember that came out. It's with Christian
Yes,
Bale.
no, yeah, no.
and
I'll tell you what, because
apparently it's great.
I saw a video of a guy also because I tried to see I tried to see or at least watch a video to see how they explain it and just how easy is this to follow with you saying it, and literally it was the guy from the Daily Show, the South African guy, and he was just like, we tried to get Margot Robbie sitting in a bathtub explaining this to you, but she won't let me anywhere near her, so here's me superimposed onto her body sat in a bathtub explaining this to you.
So that's on Wolf of Wall Street, right?
No, that's from The Big Short.
Oh, is it? I thought it was on Wolf of Wall Street. Because it's not Margot Robbie. It's the other blonde girl that's in the film with. Who's in the film with Wolf of Wall Street with
Margot Robbie?
She in that as well?
She's in that as well.
That's what's thrown me. Yes.
Yeah, it's surprising because I saw The Big Short was 2015, and I was like, I thought. Wait, and then I started thinking, when did Wolf of Wall Street come out? What is happening?
Because I remember I worked in Tommy Hilfiger, and I remember seeing the trailer and being like, this film looks great. Didn't watch it, and I remember a load of people at work were just like, it's really good, you got to watch it. And I saw Netflix, so maybe that's made me want to watch. A lot of people, when this was happening, were posting, I'm watching The Big Short to see if I can understand what's happening in the stock market. So it became relevant, and now I'm like, relevant. Something's happened in the world. Something's happened in everyday life that's made me want to watch The Big Short now. Like I'm committed to doing it, and I'm going to do it.
Something's happened in world.
World happenings.
That's our new podcast where we discuss things.
It's really
World
annoying.
happening.
It's really annoying. While we were talking about that, something popped in my head that I was like, I need to talk about that. Don't forget, and then instantly forgot when I said something stupid like world happenings.
Do you need some time to think about it? Because I'm potentially going to need a wee in a minute.
Oh, Joe now needs I won't remember it. It's gone now. But you can go for a wee. If you're going to go for a wee, now's the time to go for a wee.
That's it, yeah. I challenge you to be more awkward than me during this entire period. Just think about being
possible.
awkward and just be that. Because I don't think it will beat me.
I find it hard to be awkward in my kitchen because it's my kitchen. If I'm being honest. What the fuck was I going to talk about? I'm not going to remember now. Oh, yes, I am. It wasn't actually that important what I remembered I wanted to talk about. Let's have a look at the old Facebook. Oh, hello. Don't you hate it when someone's commenting? Is she meant to tag that guy? Oh, there's another Greg on a thread on Facebook. Oh, and now they're tagging. This is getting confusing. There's two Gregs on a thread on someone's Facebook here. Very rare I run into another Greg. Especially on, God, Joe's back already. Joe, that wasn't even enough time to be. Do you just piss outside your door?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that door behind you, your cupboard?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you think that was ensuite?
No, I know they were ensuite, but I thought that was a door you were leaving to, go into the hallway.
No, that is a cupboard.
Oh, right. Oh, hold on a minute.
There's some clothes in here and...
Oh, hold on a minute. The tree has actually just sent a message to all seeing guys.
Oh, has she?
Yeah.
What does it say?
It's a link to an article. It's on Lad Bible. Before I read you the headline, she simply put another romantic story for Joe.
For me?
And the headline is man engaged to sex doll happily announces arrival of new family member.
Nah.
It's not the guy from before. This is a different guy. This is a completely different guy with his sex doll. I'm going to attempt this name.
No.
Zai Tairong, 36. That sounds... Zai
Zai
Tairong, 36, lives with his parents, and now his silicone girlfriend, a life-size doll manufactured in China. After making an online order and receiving the doll in October 2019, he devoted all his attention to the sex doll, which he fondly calls Moochie. Zai, who is from Hong Kong...
36?
Yep. Who is from Hong Kong, said he found that he was attracted to realistic dolls 10 years ago when he walked past a store in Causeway Bay, Hong Kong's eccentric retail heart. There's a nice picture of them sat on the bed watching TV.
Why did they do that? Why did they put them in just
circumstances? The doll cost 80,000 yuan at a time, yen at a time. So I had to dispel my thoughts as I could not afford her. But in 2019, I found the silicone doll on the internet that was on sale and cost about 10,000 yen. So I ordered it.
Sorry, I'm just doing yen to pounds just to see. because I'm just intrigued as to
Oh,
how
this
much.
is wonderful here. Z said he was engaged to Mushi earlier this month in a ceremony attended by his friends and family. Fucking hell. Can you imagine going to a family member's wedding and then marrying a sex doll? It'd be insane. He added...
80,000 yen is £557. I got paid today. I'm becoming this man. I am 36. I live with my mum. I'm buying a sex doll.
Fucking hell, it's a natural progression. He added he had never violated Mushi and doesn't try to kiss her as he's afraid the saliva acidity might damage the doll's sensitive skin. Thoughtful fucking guy.
That is.
Nice picture of them in bed together there. I'll post this link on the All Seen Guys and if it comes out. It's on Lad Bible if you can't wait till then.
Jesus
Every night,
Christ.
Mushi sits in a chair by his bed while he sleeps and he bathes her with a damp cloth before applying talcum powder.
Ooh.
I respect Muchi and only want her as a companion. I've had human girlfriends before, but I'm only attracted to dolls now. I've never had sex with her. And what's the point? It's a sex doll.
Literally what it's for. It's not called a company doll.
I mean, let's be honest. If you locked me in a room with a sex doll and
For how long?
I don't know.
In there?
I don't know. I don't
An
know
hour?
But I'm saying, if I'm locked in a room or a house with a sex doll for, an extended period of time, I'm probably going to have sex with it before I end up bathing it.
Yeah, mate, I'll tell you this. I'm going to fuck it before I shake its hand.
It would be creepier if, I was locked
It
up
would
with
be
a sex
creepier
doll
if I
and
sat there talking to it.
I bathed it instead of having sex with it.
That is correct. If I was told you were put in a room with a sex doll
For an
and
hour.
I was just
And he bathed it.
and I was looking through a two-way mirror and you were in there for over an hour and you hadn't fucked it, I would be disappointed in you.
Instead, I just bathed it.
Oh, just
Rubbed
bathe
it down with talcum
Why are you
powder
bathing
afterwards.
it? It's not dirty.
Oh, my God.
It's wipe clean, Greg. Why are you...
Sai buys expensive gifts such as phones, pointless, and pretty clothes to Mushi so he can dress her up before taking cute
Phones,
couple
pointless.
pictures. Oh, it's that he buys props, I guess, but he's... Don't know why you buy expensive gifts such as phones. Just use a fake one.
Why would you
Use a
not
plastic
just buy,
phone for her.
a toy phone that you did like a kid?
Now she owns more than 20 sets of expensive clothing and 10 pairs of shoes. So he
Okay.
said that people stare whenever he takes his silicone girlfriend out shopping, but he
wonder
says
why.
he doesn't care. If I can rate Moochie out of 100, I'll give her 100. Ever since she came and lived with me for more than a year, it was never stressful. It was always happiness.
I want to really be just like, is that if I could rate her out of 100, I would say 100. I was like, would you not say 110? And he would be like, no, just 100.
I'm very confused though. I just read all that, and at no point does anything reflect the headline, which is man engaged a sex doll happily announces arrival with new family member. Is the new family member the sex doll? I thought they were having a baby.
Yeah, that suggested they were having a baby, which I did not want to discuss.
Oh no, hang on a minute. I know there is pictures with them and a doll. There is a video here that I'm not watching because maybe that explains it. This is just
mate,
the...
that'll mess with your algorithm, man.
There are
Don't fucking do it.
there are pictures of him and Z and him
Go
and
further down. Go
Moochie
keep
holding.
scrolling.
I've gone all the way to the bottom. I read the whole thing, but there are pictures of him and his sex doll with
So
a baby
he has
doll.
had sex with her then.
No, maybe just bought one.
That's not how it works.
That's nuts.
I mean,
That's
it is
crazy.
sort of. I mean, adoption, but I mean, you don't
That's
buy
crazy.
it.
Thanks for
like-
sending that a tree again. Thank you so much.
Tree.
That was awesome.
True,
Fucking
you
go on.
are. She's going up the leaderboard.
Yeah, yeah, like fucking. Just stick up the top of the
I
leaderboard.
don't know what leaderboard. I don't know what the.
I remembered what I was going to talk about, but it actually is pretty irrelevant.
After that, I feel like everything is irrelevant.
No, but even before, yeah, it's true. But I'm still going to bring it up with you. I watched a show recently called Ted Lasso. Have you heard of Ted Lasso?
Is it the Area 51 guy?
No, it's
No,
Jason.
that's Bill Lazar or something.
Yeah, it's.
Oh no, yeah, he's the American football coach who comes to Tottenham.
Yes.
Is it still Tottenham in the TV show?
No, it's not Tottenham. It's it's Jason. What's his name? Sudeikis.
Yeah, it's Jason Sudoku or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't know much about. I'd heard people on podcasts talk about this show. And I was just
It started as like
an
like
advert,
literally
right?
like an advert or something. It was,
During,
it was
when
the whole-
when
the whole-
America had the Olympics, yeah?
Yeah, and it was the whole sort of thing was literally just. It was an American football fucking coach or whatever coming over and coaching soccer, and it's just him getting it all wrong, and it's just like, what do you mean there's only two halves and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
So I knew...
it's a goal, it's not a point.
I didn't know anything about that. I knew nothing about it. I just
Yeah.
heard people like Kevin Smith on his Fat Man Beyond podcast, him and Mark Bernardin pull it in like their best thing of 2020 they'd watched.
Yeah.
In fact, for Mark, it was number one out of his whole list.
Wow.
And I was like, I keep hearing about this show. I hear it's funny, but I knew nothing about it.
No.
I thought I was going to sit down and watch a show about an American football coach in America. I thought he was like a high school football coach in America. Right. That's what I thought the show was. That's why I didn't want to watch it, because I was like, this is going to be. I thought it was going to be like a tweeny sort of like it's going to be like a show about American football team. It was like a bit of a Dawson's Creek with American football is what I thought this show was going to be.
So basically, like, what was it? What's that fucking American football like?
Something Lights, Friday
Valley or whatever. Like the
and there's another one, Friday Night Lights or Red Lights.
You know what I watched recently? Remember the Titans, but that's got like a bit more of like a racial context to it.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking great movie. Like,
so I knew nothing about the show. We'd finished watching whatever comedy show we'd been. So we watched Schitt's Creek, and then we watched Kim's Convenience. It was like our before going to bed silly funny show. That finished, and I was like, right, well, we need another short funny show to watch before bed. And I was like, I've heard Ted Lasso's good. We'll watch that. And I've got Apple TV for free for like a year through my phone or whatever. Yeah. So went on it, watched it. Again, still up, I thought I was watching a show about an American football coach in a high school. And it blew my mind when like he was on a plane in the opening scene, and then he was in London. And then it blew my mind even more when he was just in Richmond. And I was like,
yeah.
He lives in he goes to coach Richmond AFC.
Oh, okay.
So it's all in Richmond. He literally lives. No, that little the pub we went to before we met Ed that day. And there's that little where we saw that woman going. You remember that woman that kept coming? He lives down that little narrow road. There's his flat's on there in it. He comes out on there. That pub we were at, he goes in every episode. Like he drinks there every episode. They go all the time. It's like one of the main sets is that pub.
Yeah.
Opposite that huge big field. It's all there. And I'm like, fucking hell, this is crazy. It's in Richmond. And he's basically coaching AFC Richmond.
That's
cool. And it was, I think it's like 9-10 episodes. We literally watched it in 2 nights. It was so good. It was so funny. And it was like great. They play like Tottenham, or they play like fucking they go play. You don't really see much in the games, but they go play these big teams. They exist in this world, and it is the Premier League. And it is like, the paparazzi and the football players, and one's on loan from Man City, and he's a fucking cocky fucker. And there's the other one that's getting a bit he's obviously a bit like John Terry. He's getting old, like when he was in his last years at Chelsea. And, should he be there? Should he not be? But he's the captain. He's the heart of the team. But it's fucking hilarious, man. Like we literally spanked it in 2 nights.
And it's like I'm guessing all the other sort of team members, they're all English, and everyone's all English. Like
they get a guy. Yeah, a lot of English actors in it. Load of English actors in it. Yeah. I'm not going to even try and attempt to tell you who they are, but there's a load of English. Because that's what because I was like, I didn't think this was set in England, Lizzie. It really blew my mind. And then we saw this character who I recognised from loads of other TV shows, and I was like, of course, there's going to be a big English cast in this as well. This is not like it really. And I was like, I can't believe Jason Sudeikis, his name is literally walking down that road in Richmond. Yeah. Like, and the theatre, there was an episode of the theatre there. I was like, I went to the fucking adult college just there. Yeah. Like, it's just weird seeing it. I just wasn't ready to see it. It was weird.
Yeah. No, it's interesting.
So, if you guys are looking for a fun show to watch, it's a really, really easy watch. It goes down really nice and easy. It's fucking funny. And it's, fucking Premier League comedy that doesn't really have much football in it.
Yeah.
What do you want? Yeah, that's basically what I was. I need to talk about the show on the podcast. It really caught me by surprise. But because we smashed it in 2 nights, they were like, "Fuck! Now we need another funny, light-hearted show to watch before bed."
We've got to wait for season 2.
So now we're watching Superstore on Netflix before we go to bed.
Nice.
Which is funny, but also working in retail for all these years, you can relate almost too much to it. Even though it's a comedy, you are just like, "Oh my god, customers, eh?"
Can't live with them. Can't live without them.
Without them.
Well, I guess I'm going to wrap things up this week with one final story for us, which
please do.
I saw yesterday, and the title alone blew my fucking mind. And I remember like messaging to you and just like, "You've got this already,
Messaging
right?"
to you.
Yeah, I was like, "You've got this already, right?" And you were just like, "No," and I was like, "Okay, well, this is my go." This is a story I saw yesterday. It just simply says, "Woman gives armed robber blowjob to distract him from until police arrive."
It's going to work.
Yep. Petrol station robber was arrested after a mystery woman reportedly performed oral sex to distract him from.
She sounds like a Wonder Woman character, doesn't she? Rather than Wonder Woman, it's Mystery Madam. Mystery Madam. You got Wonder Woman and Mystery Madam.
That's great. That's fucking brilliant. You've got to write a fourth Ritz and Dick story now, mate.
Mystery Madam.
Yeah, the would-be thief allegedly burst into the station in Slovakian capital Bratislava before demanding cash from terrified sales assistant late on Tuesday night. He was then said to have punched a male member of staff in the face and helped himself to the till-takings. The employee fled to the office where a co-worker was before escaping out the back door and calling police. The 24-year-old suspect was said to have followed him in and demanded more cash from the safe when the 36-year-old Czech woman appeared and decided to stop him with what was described as an unusual method. By the time police arrived, they found the pair lying half naked on the ground. Suspect was arrested after a brief struggle and taken to the police station following the incident. In a separate incident last November, an armed robber reportedly had his penis bitten off after allegedly breaking into a woman's room and forcing her to perform oral sex.
Is she like a vigilante? What's that like?
That is a completely different subsection. That's
Wow.
not even part of the story. Emmanuel Ancron, 23, was accused of raping the woman after turning up at a Ghanaian hospital covered in blood.
Damn.
Jesus. That is a nice, quick story there. Greg, what are your
Damn.
thoughts on a woman sucking off a bloke until the police come?
I mean, it's a good tactic.
The police came, not him.
It's a good tactic, I guess. It's going to catch him off guard. I don't know. If I knew I just robbed the place and the police were coming, I probably wouldn't even stand still long enough to entertain the idea of somebody even like unbuckling my trousers and getting it out. Like it's
Oh,
it's
mate,
not
if
that
I was-
quick to get it out and in your mouth. You're
like-
gonna know what's happening between the first point of contact and it going in her mouth to be like, whoa, I've got the police are coming. This is a trap. You can't be that desperate. Like,
Are you telling me that, like, I mean, in my theory, I'd be like distracted by the oncoming sirens and then just feel a hand and I'd be like, okay, go on in. I'm probably going to get caught anyway, I might as well. I don't think I'd be a very good thief, in all honesty. I feel like I'd be too distracted by the possibilities of blowjobs.
too distracted by the possibilities of blowjobs. That sounds like a good autobiography title. Or like,
Distracted. Jackson, distracted by the possibilities of blowjobs.
blowjob, or good on the t-shirt. You know, don't talk to me. I'm too busy being distracted by the possibility of blowjobs.
It sounds like an Arctic Monkeys song title.
It does. Or a Fiona Apple fucking album title.
Oh, the artwork would be outstanding. Yeah, I've you know what? That's an interesting method. I wonder if she'll get like some sort of honorary medal.
Fucking hell. Well, you know what? It was definitely his dick appointment. It wasn't his dick appointment. Rogue dick appointment.
It was her dick appointment, mate. And I'll tell you this, she was right on time. Like Black Box, she was right on time.
Oh, man. Dick appointment. I love it. Oh, man. Right, okay, that does bring us to the end of the episode. That was a lot of fun. Fucking hell, that was
great.
a lot of random stuff.
That was absolutely fantastic.
Covered.
I think a big thank you to Tree and
our new friend Tree
and everyone else who sent in Geezedrops this week. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Phil.
Oh man, Sam, especially your dick appointment, which is like title of the episode.
I can't believe we didn't.
Thanks,
talk
Ashley,
more
for sending
about...
another one in. Thanks to Phil, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much.
I can't believe we didn't talk more about those slaggy 15-year-old girls. In all honesty,
Because we were too distracted by dick appointment. Didn't Sam say that he knew someone that used that a lot as well? I don't want to. He worked with someone once. He used to say it quite a lot. Like, just like Jesus.
A dick appointment. It's so So abrasive.
I like it a lot.
You like it a lot, do you?
I think it's great. I'm well on board with that for disappointment.
Oh, well,
man.
as always, Greg, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll be back as usual for episode
In a couple of
147. Fucking creeping up to 150. 150! We have to try and do something more exciting for 150. More exciting than this. What could there possibly be? Who knows?
When we get to 180, can we do a bullseye or a darts themed episode?
I think we're going to have to, really, aren't we? I think we're going to fucking have to.
180. We'll get Phil Taylor on.
180. All right, guys, thanks for listening. I have been Greg. This is the wrong day to bring a yogurt to work, Armstrong.
Oh, you motherfucker. I guess I've been Joe Dick Appointment Jackson.
You went for it. Oh, I thought it was low hanging
too obvious.
fruit.
It was
low hanging fruit. It was a bit too low for me, I'm afraid.
Not low enough.
Oh, hey. Bye.
Toodles.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.